Hi, Chase. I wanted to leave you some feedback on your week 1 writing assignment. First off, your heading looks great, very professional. It looks like you forgot to include your header over here in the right-hand corner. So you also need to include your last name and page number, and that should appear on each page of your paper up here in the right-hand corner. So if you don't know how to create a header, go to that MLA tutorial in the resources folder, and it will show you how to do that. So you have a good signal phrase here. You've introduced the essay of the author quite well. So you're creating context there. You say there are many educational points to be taken away from the specific points in the story. I think that you are then going to tell me what those are, but you then seem to move on to another point, because you say Orwell goes on to talk about capital murder, which I can't yet tell based on the wording that you've used here if these are the educational points or not. So do some tweaking here to clarify this more clearly for the reader. You then say examples from this essay that lead me to understand his claim goes back to when the man avoided stepping over the puddle. I'm a little lost because I don't know what the claim is yet, right? You say there's educational points. You say that Orwell talks about capital murder along with what it's like to be in the life-changing moment for someone, but this doesn't capture his main point, right? So Orwell's claim hasn't been stated yet. So I think you're being a little bit too broad here. I recommend going back to your signal phrase and specifically stating Orwell's main idea. You got it right here. This is the topic. So what point is he making about the topic? Then begin to bring in the specific details from the summary to help place us in that moment, right? Who's telling the story? Where is the story taking place, right? That will help us then understand this idea. Go back and be certain to edit this sentence. You have a subject-verb agreement error because you have a plural subject here and a singular verb here. So this is considered an error. I think the reason why you're having this problem is because using examples as the subject is not the best choice for you to do in this case. I would make something more concrete, such as making the prisoner be the subject, or instead making Orwell be your subject or the author be the subject. I do think the moments in the text that you bring up are good moments that would lead the reader to the main idea. But like I said, I think there's a gap here. I think you skipped over that. In addition, this is not your wording. This is Orwell's wording. So this would be considered plagiarism because you don't have this cited, right? So anytime you bring exact words from the text into your own paper, it has to be cited. So make sure that you are doing this in the future, because like I said before, this would be considered plagiarism because you haven't cited this. I think again that there are some good working ideas, but there are some sentences here and there that I can't fully follow what you mean. So I know that you're trying to tell me that Orwell is using pathos and imagery in order to persuade the reader, but it's this section here, the ideas are so broad that I can't fully follow what you mean. I think person to person might refer to characters in the story, and that we all make mistakes, but I don't know what the mistake is, and I don't know who these people are. So to me as a whole, there's some good working ideas here, but going back and editing for vague language, slowing your pacing down a little bit and thinking about where you have gaps in your ideas will help out a lot, right? Will really help express the points that you're trying to make here. I want to say that I see a lot of potential here. Like, it's clear to me that you understand the story and you understand the main moments in the text, but I think you're moving too quickly, right? So do me a favor and read the submission out loud to yourself a couple times and think about what I'm saying to you about pacing, okay? Slowing down and making sure you're including everything that the reader needs in order to follow your ideas with ease, and really editing for those really broad, vague ideas and making them more concrete for the reader.